Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Newjeans respond to rejection appeal. Kiss of Life replaced by racist. What? Stray Kids concert disaster. Kiss of Life replaced by racism?
Ugh.
Who's more racist than them?
KCON LA, one of the biggest K-pop conventions and concerts outside of Korea, is once again facing severe backlash following a recent lineup announcement. The controversy stems from the perceived hypocrisy of its decisions, particularly concerning groups involved in cultural appropriation scandals. Initially, the popular girl group Kiss of Life was slated to perform, but their appearance was cancelled. Many believe this cancellation was a direct result of the criticism they received for a controversial live broadcast in April, where members were accused of cultural appropriation, particularly regarding Black culture and hairstyles. Their agency issued an apology, and the members themselves released handwritten apologies, but the backlash was significant enough to lead to their withdrawal from KCON LA 2025. And in the midst of this, with KCON LA only a few months away, set to run in LA at the start of August, the organizers announced two new rookie idol acts for the lineup. One of these additions was the Black label's new co-ed group, All Day Project. However, this announcement was immediately met with criticism because one of its members, Tarzan, Lee Chaewon, has been accused of cultural appropriation. Reports indicate that Tarzan has been criticized for consistently sporting braided hairstyles, cornrows, and durags, and for allegedly aligning.
So they're replaced with ADP? They're not racist.
at least I don't know.
Well, we
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen
anything.
anything racist from them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not, no, that's not fair to call them racist at all. No.
His social media identity with elements of Black culture. Furthermore, it's been noted that he follows Tory Lanez, a convicted felon, on Instagram, which has exacerbated the negative sentiment. When KCON's announcement tweet went live,
Oh, and he follows Rosie, a known N-word user. Oh no, what should we do?
the festival was hit with backlash. Netizens quickly perceived the decision as hypocritical, especially after Kiss of Life's removal. The most prominent criticism was that KCON was effectively replacing one group that was criticized for racial insensitivity with another. Comments online directly highlighted this irony, with one reading, "They replaced a group who is getting backlash for racism with another group that's getting backlash for racism. This situation casts a shadow over KCON LA's efforts to present a diverse and inclusive event." While the festival aims to celebrate K-pop and Korean culture, the repeated controversies involving cultural appropriation among its performing artists raise questions about the vetting process and the consistency of accountability within the industry. Fans are clearly looking for more than just apologies. They're seeking genuine understanding and a commitment to avoid perpetuating harmful stereotypes. As KCON LA approaches,
We already know that the people made up their mind of how they feel for Tarzan. I have for me personally, I don't know anything or seen anything for me to be personally offended. Others can feel personally offended, and they have a space to speak out and say their distaste, because it's gonna be rare that you see see people on the lineup that you agree with. There's always gonna be a person or a group that you feel like, oh, they shouldn't have a platform. um that's gonna be KCON's responsibility, to how they deal with that. For me, if I was interested in going and I feel personally offended at who they have in the lineup, I simply won't support or give money to the platform. But that's a choice. But to go, I don't know if it's at the point of bullying a little bit, because I've seen some virtue warriors, that's making things, in my perception, bigger than what it is. But they're allowed to do that because we're on the internet and everyone has their space to vocalize their opinions.
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair to call Tarzan racist. We have not seen anything from him that is racist.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncalled for, and that is, as you said, bullying. Because if he has done something, yeah, show us, and then we'll
I feel
change
like
our
they would
mind. But
I would see it, like they would show it. That would be the first
I
thing. The
think
first
so,
thing
yeah.
came like with Kiss of Life, how they sat down and did a whole thing, and they said, "Oh, I might get canceled for this," knowing well that what they're doing was inappropriate.
Yeah, but to go after the guy because he wears braids or whatever and wears grills, or uh, yeah.
I think there's just wait to see more, I guess, or at least for us.
organizers will likely face continued scrutiny over this perceived double standard. Moving on, the lead up to Blackpink's highly anticipated Deadline World Tour, set to kick off on July 5th.
But what do you think? Replacing ADP, replacing Kiss of Life with ADP.
I don't have any problem with it.
Is it equal to equal or less, or what do you think?
Well, ADP is new. Kiss of
Is a
Life
rookie? Yeah.
it already had an established fan base, but they damaged it a lot with the controversy, and I feel like ADP that seem to have a strong fan base, you know. So
Yeah, cause I'm wondering, okay, cause for me, I'm thinking as a organizer, when I'm trying to replace or fill in for talent, I would think, okay, what's a equal talent that filled this space so people can feel like they get their money's worth, but it decided to put a rookie group, ADP.
I think it's interesting. ADP brings a different dynamic. Co-ed. I think ADP, there's a little interest about them to kind of make them pop up here in the
Yeah.
States.
They only have 2 songs though, so what are they gonna
Right,
do?
they have only 2 songs, so I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Mm.
Oh, but I think no, this is KCON. They just don't show up for like 2 songs. Like they have a 10 minutes, 15 minutes left, so it's fine. Yeah. Now, ADP, they have a lot of work to do. You know, they're definitely not polished, but they're not bad. So we'll see.
by growing fan concern and disgruntlement, largely fueled by a series of perceived missteps and a lack of clear communication from their agency. This frustration is now visibly manifesting in an alarming number of tickets being placed for resale. Initially, fans were expecting a full new album to precede the tour. However, this plan was recently altered to a single, which is now slated to debut during the group's first tour date. This last-minute change, coupled with a general lack of updates from the group regarding the tour, has left many Blinks, Blackpink's fandom, feeling increasingly fed up. Despite tickets for the tour going on sale 4 months ago, and many venues reporting high, nearly sold-out sales, a significant shift is now evident. Looking at screenshots from resale platforms for dates like the first of 2 shows in New York and the second Los Angeles date, a substantial number of tickets, pink, are up for resale. While some are originally priced blue, the sheer volume of these resale tickets is what's catching attention. While resale tickets are not an unusual phenomenon for major concerts, the current situation is being directly attributed by many fans to fans selling their tickets out of frustration. Comments online vividly express this sentiment. One fan lamented, "Blinks are reselling their tickets, knowing that Blackpink's tour will begin with just 1 new song and no confirmed release date for their new album or comeback. Many tickets for their sold-out show are being resold. This points to a significant disconnect between fan expectations and the agency's execution. Fans invested in tickets months ago with the anticipation of a full-fledged comeback and a tour that would follow a new album cycle. The current scenario, a single released at the tour's start, minimal updates, and a perceived lack of comprehensive promotional activities, has evidently led
I
some
don't
to believe
know if this is usual. Usually when you get let's say a concert or a tour, you have at least drop new content. Like there's a new album that's out, and we know of course they're gonna incorporate old work, but be so premature and say, okay, we're having a tour, but we don't know what's the new music. I thought everyone was assuming they would probably perform from their new albums that they have out. So I would expect maybe from their new albums and then the one song that they have new together and then some of their old hits. I think that's what the tour is going to compromise of.
Yeah, so let's call it what it is, as a cash grab. It is what it is. Uh, are they gonna perform their
Is it a cash grab when they're oh, I guess they already did individual tours for their
so?
individual new
And
albums.
that's where I'm going.
Lisa did a tour.
Uh, are they gonna perform their solo songs? Can they? Because it's owned by different labels. Can they perform that? I don't know.
Maybe
Uh,
that's what's the hold up with this, getting more information out there.
So I don't even know if they're gonna perform their solo songs. Maybe they can. I really don't know. I'm not, not in the industry. But yeah, it's just a cash grab. It is what it is. One song. I mean, fans are speaking up. They're selling the tickets. That's how it should be. If you don't like something, do something about it. So they're doing something about it. It is what it is.
their investment is no longer yielding the expected return or experience. The idea of attending a sold-out show only to potentially hear just 1 new song without a tangible album release date is clearly a point of contention. The situation highlights the delicate balance
And
between an
I also wonder if the new song is gonna be released only at the show or before the show.
I mean, it's almost July, and the show starts in July. So if it's gonna be released, it's gonna be like a week before, probably. I don't know, because what's the tour date?
Because it was hard for the girls to put together 4 songs when they were together as a group.
Let me see when is the first tour date.
And it's
Oh,
tough. They have what happened?
it's starting off on Saturday.
Saturday?
Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Wait, they didn't give like a promo, like a
5th of July.
there's no commercial, no nothing.
So they're definitely releasing the song either like a couple days
Surprise.
before or on the set. I thought this gonna start at like 26th or something. It's really starting on July 5th.
So people already probably have their flights, the tickets, and everything booked.
Yo, that's wild.
You don't think? Maybe they will. Oh no, this is kind of scary. It sounds like they may cancel, low key.
I don't think they're gonna cancel, but that's crazy, yo.
Cause imagine someone
Starting.
sets up a event and
It's
you
start.
haven't heard any
The
any updates
their
or.
concert is in a week basically. Today's Thursday. It's on a Saturday. Like in a week and 2 days.
So they're probably practicing now.
That's crazy.
Agency's strategic decisions and fan satisfaction. For a group of Blackpink's stature with such a dedicated and passionate global fan base, clarity, consistent communication, and delivering on promises are paramount. The high number of resale tickets, if indeed directly linked to fan frustration rather than simply typical resale market dynamics, serves as a tangible indicator of this growing dissatisfaction. As the deadline
Well, it'd be interesting to see statistics. Blackpink concert resale tickets versus who just went on tour, Coldplay's like percentage wise, how many tickets are being resold? Because if it's the same,
Like industry standard.
yeah, if it's industry standard, then fans are not speaking up. It's just industry
Yeah.
standard. We can't, because the fact that there are tickets, okay, cute, but there's always tickets. So
tour approaches its start date in just 11 days, the pressure is on for the agency to either address these concerns or risk further alienation of a fan base that has shown immense loyalty. Also still speaking about Blackpink, in a move that has ignited huge and mixed reactions, all 4 members of Blackpink have officially reunited in a new photo amidst the ongoing controversies surrounding their impending deadline
they better. It's in a week. They better be practicing.
World Tour. This visual confirmation of their unity comes at a critical time, just weeks before the tour's launch. The highly anticipated tour, which has been the subject of fan frustration over ticket resales and concerns about new music releases, is due to commence in Goyang, Korea on July 5th. Against this backdrop, the new group photo quickly became a central talking point. The sequence of events unfolded with Jisoo initially posting a photo featuring all 4 members, their hands forming a clover leaf gesture, which is often interpreted as a symbol of good luck and unity. Shortly thereafter, Jennie reshared the image on her own social media account. Lisa then completed the chain, reposting both Jisoo and Jennie's stories on her personal platform. Unsurprisingly, the sight of all the Blackpink members together again sent a wave of excitement through a large segment of the fandom. Comments such as "Blackpink is back, so that means our Lisu girlies too" flooded social media, demonstrating the fervent desire among Blinks to see the group operate as a cohesive unit. For many, this visible reunion was a much-needed affirmation of the group's bond and an indicator that, despite the individual endeavors and controversies, Blackpink is indeed back together. However, not all reactions were purely celebratory. A significant portion of netizens viewed the timing of the photo with skepticism, quickly labeling it as damage control. This perspective suggests that the reunion photo was strategically released by the agency, or even the members themselves, to shed a bad image and mitigate the negative publicity surrounding the tour's lead-up and the approaching single release. The recent issues, including the high number of resale tickets and the shift from an album to a single at the tour's debut, have contributed to a sense of dissatisfaction among some fans.
Was it a shift?
Who might see
did they promise the music like that?
No, I don't know. They promised new music. I don't think they promised an album, period.
It's a big ass album.
It's because we were already saying when the YG came out and said, "Oh, they're gonna do the tour." We were saying how they're gonna drop an album because Coachella was like in April, so they basically have only after Coachella to start working on it, which is like what, 2 months.
And
How is that
they're
gonna
also
happen?
working on their own stuff too.
Yeah, so how is that gonna? We're already questioning, and we said, I don't know, but everybody was saying like, I don't know about the album. Well, we ain't getting no album. We're getting a song.
this photo as a superficial attempt to appease them without addressing the core concerns. The tour's launch in Goyang, Korea on July 5th promises to be a pivotal moment, with the single set to debut at the concert and the mixed reactions swirling around the group's current status. Everyone is wondering what will come on that day. Will the new music and the live performances be enough to mollify disgruntled fans and re-energize the fandom, or will the underlying frustrations continue to simmer? The reunion photo, while bringing momentary joy to many, also serves as a stark reminder of the intense scrutiny and high expectations that accompany a group of Blackpink's global stature. Moving on to Stray Kids leader Bang Chan has publicly addressed the numerous issues that plagued the group's recent Washington, D.C. concert, which ultimately led to the show ending early. The incident, part of the North American leg of their Dominate World Tour, has sparked widespread concern among fans and criticism directed at both the venue and the concert promoter, Live Nation. The problems for the June 23rd D.C. concert began even before Stray Kids took the stage. Fans reported significant delays in getting inside the venue for soundcheck, with doors reportedly closing and leaving them to wait in the sweltering heat. The temperature that day was a scorching 101 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 38 degrees Celsius, and the venue, an open-air stadium, exposed both both the fans and the group
It's
to
fucking
direct
hotter
sunlight
than
during the
Miami,
sound
what
check.
the
Bang
fuck?
Chan himself was heard exclaiming over the heat, indicating the extreme conditions even for the performers. As the show commenced, concerns over the heat intensified. The group was observed pausing the performance multiple times to check on fans, a testament to their concern for their audience's well-being. Fans online also noted that the members appeared more exhausted than usual, attributing it directly to the oppressive heat. Eventually, the show
I mean, yeah, performing in that heat is for them is hard too. That's crazy. Wow.
was ended early after concerns grew too large, with the heat showing no signs of improvement even after sunset. A major point of contention and criticism has been the venue's handling of hydration. Fans highlighted strict policies that required fans to throw away bottles of water, only for the venue to then sell bottles for high prices. Furthermore, it was reported that the venue did not give out any water until the group spoke up, forcing fans to either pay exorbitant prices or endure dehydration in dangerous conditions. Both the venue and the concert's promoter, Live Nation, have faced severe condemnation for their alleged failure to implement adequate.
There's a lawsuit coming. They're gonna get sued for this. Water should be
Why
free.
not have water?
Yeah,
Wow,
they are
especially
gonna get
everyone
sued
knows
for this.
hot. It's hot.
Yep.
Safety measures for attendees. Fans are questioning why basic necessities like readily available and affordable water were not prioritized, especially given the extreme weather conditions. In the aftermath of the concert, Bang Chan took to Bubble, the fan messaging platform, to share a message that appeared to be a direct call-out to the venue. His message concisely posed two critical questions. First, can you bring your own drinks into the venue? Second, if not, can you get a drink inside the venue, or do you have to buy one? He then emphasized the fundamental nature of the issue by adding, I'm not talking about just water. You know the thing that literally everything in the world that's alive needs? Concluding with a hint of potential action, he stated, Imma need to stop here. Imma see if there's anything I can do. If not, my bad. Overall, this shows Bang Chan's concern and shows how venues can affect fans and their experience. His words resonate deeply.
I mean, he didn't really call anybody out. Let's stop it. If he wanted to call somebody out, he would have posted on his social media
Yeah,
platforms.
not on
Not on
Weverse.
somewhere where only
Live Nation
fans
is
have
not gonna
access.
see
Yeah,
it.
no. Call, you want to call somebody out, go on Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Yeah.
Tag Live Nation.
Tag Live Nation.
Tag the
Put an
stadium.
at.
Ask
an
those
at.
questions. Then we say it's a call out. Right now, this is not a call out.
That's not a
No.
call out.
With fans who felt neglected and endangered by the venue's policies. The incident at the DC concert serves as a stark reminder of the responsibilities of concert organizers.
Who from Live Nation gonna see on
Nobody's
Weverse?
gonna see it. Nobody's going on Bubble, Weavers, wherever it was. No, that's not a call out.
To ensure the safety and well-being of both performers and attendees, particularly in extreme weather conditions. The public outcry and Bang Chan's direct address underscore the need for better planning, clear communication, and humane policies regarding essential resources like water at large-scale events. The highly publicized legal dispute between Newjeans and their agency, ADOR, has reached a significant turning point, with the Seoul High Court's decision to ban Newjeans' independent activities being finalized. This legal outcome has sent ripples through the K-pop industry, eliciting huge and mixed reactions from fans and industry observers alike. As of June 24th, the Newjeans members did not file a reappeal against the court's decision to preserve the agency's status and prohibit the signing of advertising contracts. A reappeal against an injunction decision must be filed within 1 week of receiving notice, and their failure to do so means the injunction now stands definitively. The Seoul High Court previously dismissed the members' objection and subsequent appeal to the provisional injunction that ADOR initially requested in March. The court's reasoning emphasized that if Newjeans arbitrarily leaves the exclusive contract and engages in independent activities, they will be able to monopolize the results, but ADOR will suffer serious damage from losing all investment results. The court also clarified that even if the injunction application is accepted, the members can continue to engage in activities while complying with their exclusive contracts. This implies that while independent activities are barred, group activities.
I mean, they didn't appeal because there's no grounds for appeal. To appeal, you cannot just appeal because you don't like the decision. To appeal, there has to be some sort of reason, like a legitimate reasoning why you're appealing, whether there was an error in the decision, you have new available information, stuff like that. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to appeal and provide nothing new. Like, they're going to dismiss that appeal. So they didn't appeal because there's nothing new they can provide.
Activities under ADOR's management are still possible. Despite Newjeans' prior strong stance that they will not return to ADOR, the court's legal system has made it clear that it seems that Newjeans will be staying under ADOR for the time period of the trial. This decision has inevitably led to divided reactions among netizens. Some dedicated fans, clinging to the idea of the group's autonomy, expressed sentiments like, no, continue revolutionizing, don't give up on a revolution so easily, wear luxury brands and keep going, and don't return to the agency and keep fighting. These
Easy for them to say that it's not their money in limbo.
comments highlight a desire for the group to maintain their independent stance and perhaps find a resolution outside of ADOR's immediate control. Conversely, other comments welcomed the idea of them returning to the agency, indicating a desire for the group to resume activities without prolonged legal battles. Looks like they are going to return, seems like they are going to go back to ADOR, and the revolution is over. This faction of fans likely prioritizes seeing Newjeans active and performing again, even if it means operating under ADOR. Beyond these two main camps, a sense of lament pervades. Some netizens also felt that the whole controversy was unfortunate. Comments such as, there's something called timing for idols. but they are wasting their golden time. Reflect concern for the group's career trajectory, emphasizing the rapid pace of the K-pop industry, where prolonged absences can be detrimental. There was also sympathy for the Adore employees caught in the middle. What did the employees do to deserve this? I hope they don't go back. It will be awkward for the employees to work while looking at each other's faces. The long hiatus from the industry has become a particularly hot topic. Newjeans' last official Korean activity was the single How Sweet, released on May 24th, 2024.
What Adore is doing right now, because they said last time was that they were casting.
Yeah, I think they're trying out a boy group.
Followed by their Japanese.
I think we can wrap it. There's nothing new here.
Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye, guys.